here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the WrestlePalooza. Predict the outcome special for match previews and predictions. We talk about what's going down WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis. We got a lot of matches, including the main event: John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. This will probably be the final match, final encounter between these two all-time greats, Cena and Lesnar, for the main event at WrestlePalooza, kicking off the inaugural ESPN on WWE on ESPN show. You get the WrestlePalooza Predict the Outcome special and more matches as well, right here, right now, here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. What a Pro Wrestling Show we have for you. It's called WrestlePalooza, coming your way later on tonight. We thank you for watching. Let's not waste no time whatsoever here on the Pro Wrestling Show. The WrestlePalooza. We're gonna see. Said this is from Peacock now going straight to ESPN with their premium live event. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started with this. This is the match that everyone wants to see right here. AJ Lee, in her first time ever in a long time, teaming up with her husband, CM Punk, to take on the married team of Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. This came out of happenstance because when you think about it and you look at it, what do you think? Like being at WrestlePalooza and stuff like that. But Becky Lynch and AJ Lee fighting each other. This whole incident got started, and we want to show you right quick how it got started. Show you right quick. No, not that one. Not that one. Well, Becky Lynch came out of nowhere. This started a clash in Paris when Becky Lynch retained her Women's Intercontinental Championship over Nikki Bella. Well, Becky Lynch provided some assistance. She did tonight. Provided some assistance that night to CM Punk, helping her husband Seth Rollins. When Seth Rollins really didn't have nobody in his corner, and Seth Rollins kind of think to himself like, "What can I do to get somebody in my corner?" After the general manager Adam Pearce laid down the law and said that, "Hey, you can't bring nobody up in here and stuff." And I think that's what Becky Lynch was trying to do. Becky Lynch costing CM Punk his dream of regaining the world championship, as CM Punk won the championship at SummerSlam from Gunther. This has been a not political fight. It's just been a spat after weeks and stuff like that. But, like we said, saw that being that way and stuff like that. There go the bud right there. There you go. All right, you saw that being that way. And Becky Lynch kept on trying to help for her husband and stuff like that. She kept intimidating CM Punk as well there. But this is the thing right here about Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. They used that as a fool to get Becky Lynch into the storyline with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Well, Becky Lynch continued on trying to emasculate CM Punk, saying that Punk ain't really got nobody to feud with, and Becky Lynch trying to tease CM Punk, trying her best to make CM Punk's life a living, you know what. CM Punk said to that he had an answer to it, and Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager, said that you got an answer to that, and Punk said, "Yeah, I got an answer to that. I got an answer indeed." Well, you kind of knew what was gonna go down. The fans kept chanting and screaming about it. During the following on SmackDown, Becky Lynch arrived on SmackDown, thinking that CM Punk really didn't have a surprise. Becky Lynch was waiting. Seth Rollins was in the crowd as well, in the Chicago crowd. We kind of knew it was indefinitely, it was inevitable who was coming out there. It was none other than AJ Lee. AJ Lee hasn't appeared in WWE television in nearly a decade. AJ Lee is back. AJ looking to get revenge on her husband. AJ Lee looking to get sell some new fuse with somebody new and different. Well, AJ Lee came out there, and AJ Lee came there to attack Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch was frightened and scared, did not know what to do and stuff. Becky Lynch kind of put her foot in her mouth when she realized that, and the feud continued on till next week when Becky Lynch was laid out by AJ Lee and stuff. Well, Seth Rollins came out there to revenge. We can tell right there, Seth Rollins and AJ Lee, they had a mini feud going on. AJ Lee back looking in better shape. Well, Becky Lynch and her husband Seth Rollins, the world champion, came out there to get some revenge from SmackDown. They came out there to try to handle this situation with Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. AJ Lee stole the Intercontinental Becky Lynch's Intercontinental belt. Well, Seth Rollins tried to come out in there trying to be the better husband and stuff to try to revenge the loss. But AJ Lee continued on playing games. Seth Rollins looked like he wasn't in the mood for no games and stuff like that. AJ Lee getting the standing ovation that she normally do. She hadn't been in the ring for nearly a decade. I think AJ and Becky about the same age, and AJ Lee kind of was ready for that. And AJ issued a challenge that she wants her and her husband CM Punk to take on the team of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, a married couple versus a married couple mixed tag team match. And this is why we hear it now. Who's gonna win this match? Ain't no brainer to this. We know who's gonna win. And this past Monday on Raw, they had a face to face between the couples and stuff like that. They trying to say Becky Lynch trying to be a comedian. But Becky Lynch delivered the manhandle slam. We thought Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins had communication problems that were just a ploy by the champions couple to get them off their feet and stuff like that. But we kind of know who's going to emerge victorious, and we kind of know who's going to do it. Look none other than Becky Lynch. Look up none other than CM Punk and his wife, AJ Lee, getting the victory over Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, who's going to be having a hard time. I can tell you that right now, regrouping, but we'll see. But look for Punk and Lee to win that mixed tag team match going forward. Also, another match that got to impromptu. Stephanie Vicure will meet. Stephanie Vicure will challenge Io Sky, both women, for a women's world championship match. Stephanie Vicure versus Io Sky. Which one of these women will be the next women's world champion? No brainer than that. But look for Stephanie Vicure defeating Io Sky to become the women's world champion. Stephanie Vicure versus Io Sky is going to be a tremendous match between these two women. We'll get to see it on the record. Looking forward to seeing it. Io's gonna be probably feuding with Oscar. I don't know. Stephanie's gonna be feuding with probably Rhea Ripley. Probably that be the case. But look forward to seeing that as well. Another match that just been added. The Usos. The Usos taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the Bronze. The Usos looking to get some revenge, but the Usos try to get some revenge, but you can tell right here, Jay, who's been in the midst of it. But this really got started at SummerSlam when the Usos, the Bronze, decimated Roman Reigns at SummerSlam at Clash in Paris. Roman wasn't able to compete, leaving Roman out of the ring. Roman had his victory. He choked out Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman took the brunt of that. And Paul Heyman did not like that one bit. LeBron's been terrorized as late. I'm surprised the Bronze ain't challenging for the tag team titles. But the Bronze, looking to be bronze, doing what they need to do, and looking tell right there, Paul Heyman, the mastermind behind the Bronze, trying to build them up to be future stars and stuff like that. But Jay Uso looking to get some retribution revenge with that, but he keeps being emptied up short as well. With Jay, keeps coming up short. I meant to say, and now Jay um, enlisted his brother to help him take down the Bronze, but LA Knight's in the picture, and Jay having an issue with LA Knight. A lot of people think Jay's gonna be turning heel on LA Knight sooner rather than later. So it's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. I can tell you that right now between these three. Like LA Knight can trust Jimmy. How can you trust Jimmy when Jimmy couldn't trust Jay? So there's a lot going on with that. But Bronze will take on the Usos. Look for the Usos to get the victory over the Bronze. The Usos will continue that and probably go for the tag team titles. But this past week, there's a lot of another lack of communication when LA Knight hit the BFT to Jimmy and leaving Jimmy out on the canvas. Jimmy paying for that as well. So look for the Usos to get the victory and probably go for the tag team championships next. Next on the entree is the WWE Championship match as Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre looking forward to becoming WWE Champion for at least the third time. But Drew McIntyre, we know how all this had came about when Drew McIntyre was in a tag team match with Logan Paul to take on John Cena and Cody. Well, Drew McIntyre, Claymore kicked Cody his whole entire face off on the announcer's booth. Drew McIntyre sending a message to Cody right here. Cody's face looked like he was out cold, and Cody Rhodes was gonna have to bring it. We probably see on SmackDown they probably do like a face to face confrontation, but they ain't gonna really do nothing. But you can tell Cody Rhodes wants his hands at Drew. You can tell that Drew wants his hands on Cody. Both when you think about it, both were former tag team champions, won the WWE Tag Team Championships together, but that was nearly almost 15 years ago. Now things are totally different. Drew McIntyre looking to etch his name to become WWE champion once again. Drew led the WWE Championship title picture in the pandemic almost 5 years ago. Drew McIntyre had pinned you know who to get the victory. And Drew McIntyre did so as well. And Drew you tell right here pinned John Randy Orton become the number one contender for the WWE Championship. Oh well, we did, but Drew didn't see that coming. Drew, right here, as Cody Rhodes came out of nowhere, and Cody Rhodes ambushed Drew. Cody Rhodes wants a shot at Drew. He'll get his shot, but I don't see Cody and Drew leaving right quickly and right then and there. I think Cody Rhodes gonna retain the WWE Championship. So we'll see it. Cody Rhodes and Drew will have a second round two coming down. Next thing you know, down the pipe, we'll see as well as that. All right, we get to the main event. The main event at WrestlePalooza. The main event of WrestlePalooza uh, is this: John Cena faces Brock Lesnar one on one. These two were the faces of their era. Both of them started together in 2002 during the OVW ranks back in 2000 as well. Eventually make it to the main roster in 2002. Where both men were early on in their careers battled for the WWE Championship, but now they're nearly in their 50s, and now they really got nothing to prove. They're just out there to prove that they are still all-time greats. John Cena, one of the all-time greats, still on his retirement tour, facing everybody that they can think of for him set to retire and stuff. You know, John Cena had a feud with Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes. Now, John Cena put that to bed as well. But John Cena did not see this one coming when at SummerSlam, John Cena defended the WWE Championship against Cody, but he lost it. At the end, Brock Lesnar returned. Brock Lesnar coming out of nowhere, and Brock Lesnar looking to bring the pain. We didn't know who Brock Lesnar was going to face, but we kind of figured Brock Lesnar came out of nowhere and F5 John Cena. And John Cena really didn't know what to think. John Cena did not know that Brock Lesnar was going to be coming for him. Brock Lesnar came for John Cena by F5 and John Cena, attacking John Cena, leaving John Cena laid out in the middle of the ring, and Brock Lesnar sending that message that he is the one that's going to be bringing the pain. And I think that's what Brock Lesnar did, and Brock Lesnar did so as well. Well, this past week on SmackDown, Brock Lesnar had a unfortunate mistake. Brock Lesnar was trying to do the F5 on R-Truth, and R-Truth called out Brock Lesnar for attacking John Cena. Brock Lesnar barely ripped his pants. Don't know why, but Brock Lesnar ripped his pants and stuff. Brock Lesnar looking for some revenge. I don't know what to say. Could be a highly matchup contested. Either way, it's evenly matched. Um, I want to say if it's Brock Lesnar coming back to that, I know Brock Lesnar don't have to leave or lose like that, but I got to go with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is back, and I mean, you brought him back for a reason. I don't know why, but John Cena can lose some matches as he go. But if John Cena pulls it out and picks up the victory, he's lucky. But at the same time, Brock Lesnar is going to get some revenge. So either way it go, it's going to be a tremendous matchup. So look for Brock Lesnar to me winning the match and setting the match for them at, um, you know, Crown Jewel. Probably set up another match for that. Probably John Cena gets revenge then. But look forward to Brock Lesnar winning and doing so. So that'll be it for that. But Brock Lesnar, to me, he ain't coming back for nothing. Brock Lesnar come back for something. He's coming back to get some revenge. Look for that as well. All right. That's gonna do it here for the Pro Wrestling Show for the predict the outcome for WrestlePalooza. Like I said, did I get some of the matches right, wrong, indifferent? We'll have to wait and see. WrestlePalooza coming your way here as well. As well as it coming on the ESPN. So this is going to be the first one. They were supposed to start next year, but they want to get a head start and get everything going for WrestlePalooza. We'll see that coming forward. So looking forward to seeing that coming up tonight. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the WrestlePalooza Predict the Outcome special. We'll have WrestlePalooza review after immediately following WrestlePalooza here on the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.